Hi, I'm Timothy Richardson, a junior healthcare management major at Winston-Salem State University, and this evening I will be sharing with you my persuasive speech titled, Vincent Gray for Mayor. Opposed to the present mayor, Adrian Fenty, Vince Gray will serve as a better candidate for the Democratic Party for the upcoming election in the District of Columbia. Generally, Vincent Gray's qualifications complement his ability to serve as a better mayor as well as candidate for the District of Columbia. After obtaining both undergraduate and graduate degrees from the prestigious George Washington University, this validates the fact that Gray will serve to full capacity as a great mayor. I say this because the prestigious George Washington University has produced some of our top international and national political and key figures, such as Colin Powell, Jacqueline Kennedy, and Maria Kennedy Shriver. Vincent Gray began his career as an advocate for ARC, the Association of Retarded Citizens of the District of Columbia. Here, he advocated innovative initiative policies regarding people with disabilities and mental illnesses. Next, he was appointed as the director of the Department of Human Services of the District of Columbia, where he oversaw and managed the functions of 7,000 people and directed activities related to public health, social services, mental health services, and healthcare finance for 3 years. For the next 10 years, he was appointed as the executive director of the Covenant House Washington, which is an international faith-based organization dedicated to serving homeless and at-risk youth. For the last 10 years, he has served as the chief or chairman of the City Council of Washington. After holding several positions for the last 30 years and tirelessly advocating for the residents of Washington, this serves as blueprint for an effective leader. Vincent Gray has built and maintained a solid reputation as a champion for children and families of the District of Columbia. In fact, his dedication to children and their families has been the hallmark of his service in both city government and the non-profit sector. As a result of growing up in the inner city, Gray understands the struggle. He was raised in a one-bedroom apartment in the northeast section of Washington, a middle-class neighborhood, but it was a one-bedroom, so. Although his parents never attended high school, they instilled in their son a solid work ethic and deeply rooted values such as the value of education. Prior to enrolling at the prestigious George Washington University, Gray attended public schools such as Logan Elementary, Langley Junior High, and he graduated from Dunbar Senior High School. He graduated at the age of 16, and he excelled in sports and academics. While in college, he was scouted by 2 major baseball leagues. But Vince chose to continue his education over athletics and fame. While at the George Washington University, he was the first African American to be admitted into the fraternity system, where he pledged Tau Epsilon Phi. According to the Washington Post, he led successful campaigns to purchase and build community centers in the low-income and poverty sections of the city, which is known as the 7th Ward and also known as the southeast section of the city. Vincent lives in the Hillcrest neighborhood in the southeast section of the city, where he has lived for the last 25 years. That's why I say he understands the struggle, because he lives in it every day. As councilman, public education has been Gray's primary priority, or top priority. He led efforts to school reform and to expand the pre-kindergarten education program, which creates 2,000 new classroom slots for 3- and 4-year-olds in the next 5 years. Under his leadership, in a little more than 18 months, the city has 75% completed its goal, with nearly 1,500 slots created and filled. That's the kind of school reform that will transform our educational system of Washington, D.C. In addition, he would develop and create a real strategy for creating jobs in every section of the city, all 4 sections, not just one section, but all, even the low-income areas. After a thorough evaluation of Chairman Gray's credentials and visions for the city, it's inevitable not to vote for him. That's the kind of integrity, character, and leadership that was brought to the City Council for 10 years ago. And that is the kind of qualities that will be utilized as mayor. Opposed to the present Mayor Adrian Fenty, Vince Gray will serve as a better candidate for the Democrat Party and for mayor of the District of Columbia. In conclusion, after meeting Chairman Gray personally and understanding and listening to his history and background, I know that with an education, anything is possible. He is truly an example of the American dream. I say this because he came up from nothing to something, and that is the American dream. In America, you can be nothing, get a little bit of education, or get a little skill, and make yourself out of something. Thank you.